So I wrote this article for Substack. I don't know. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. Because it's critical of David Lynch. And I don't know how I feel about being critical of David Lynch. Because I like David Lynch a lot. I don't want to make people mad at me. I don't want to be mean. It's just like I have all of this stuff that's in my head and I want to talk about it. And like I want to say some things, And I don't know. I'd rather be honest than not, you know? About concerns, things that bug me. It's delusional thinking, maybe. Because the light turned. Remember I showed that light yesterday? That was blue? It's red today. You want to see? Hang on. Let me show you. The light is red today. And I thought, well, maybe it's because I talked about the blue light, or maybe because I wrote this article, or maybe because I did something that made it so that, I seemed like I wasn't, I don't know. Maybe I was just being too critical and like that. It was sort of like I was sort of like, well, I'm mad at her, so I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to deal with her. Blah, 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 blah. Some kind of like delusional thinking that like I'm not good enough or something. Or like I want to deal with them. I want to deal with them. I think mad at them right now. They can just sit in their own thing. It's like Red is like, stop, you suck. You're saying too much. Doing too much. We're not in alignment. Or whatever. I don't know. Isn't it weird how like it's just my neighbor putting on her lights at night? But like it affects me. It makes me crazy. It could be for any reason. It could be for any reason at all. But like because of circumstances in my life, I like take it personally. I think like I don't know. Isn't that funny? My cat is looking up at me with the most innocent looking eyes. You want to cuddle? Want kisses? You are the sweetest little boy. I love you, Larity. Wink. He's winking at me. He's like, wink. Wink. Larity. You want some treats? You want some treats? Are you hungry? Want some food? Why are you sitting like that? You look like a raccoon. Or like a loaf of bread. Are you my bread boy? Off he goes. I was just looking at my paintings again. Let me show you the one I was looking at. I was looking at that one. It's from the Illumination series. I think that's what it's called. Or it was the Exaltation series, actually. The the Exaltation series, I think is what it's called. It's like one of 4 paintings. I think that's the second one. I'm not sure where the first one is. I put it away somewhere. The Orange Stripe series is in the hallway. That's got 4 paintings in it too. I think 4 or 5. And they're all kind of the same, but not the same. They're white-ish paintings that have an orange stripe across them. But they're all different. Same but different. They all relate back to my first Manic episode. The Exaltation series has to deal with well, first the Exaltation series has to do with medical neglect. I think that's kind of talks. I think that's kind of the theme of the series itself, necessarily, because they put me on such a high dosage of Respiridol when I first was in the hospital in Seattle. So the the lights that the gold lights that I put in the paintings um, often talk about like seeing flashing lights that has to do with being on a high dosage of Respiridol. That it gives you a light sensitivity and makes it so that you see flashes of light, like you see like literal like light flashes, because the Respiridol affects your vision. Um, so um, yeah, that was one thing. Um, but another part of the series is that I felt as though a lot of my autonomy was taken away while in the hospital, especially during the first few visits, the first couple of visits, um, like the first couple episodes. Um, I There was once, especially like that painting I just showed you, which talk about that painting specifically talks about like how when I was in Seattle, at one point they had brought me to an ER, and I had been forcibly held down, and they had removed all of my clothes. Um, and I was not brought into the conversation about it. They just decided these things again, against my will. That it was horribly embarrassing and dehumanizing. And they and when I fought back, they shot me full of drugs and tied me down. I Yeah. When they deem you insane, they can do whatever they want to you. And they will do whatever they want. If they have a beef with you, they will just do some of the worst things. Sorry, I don't mean to cry about this. But it was a really hard time. Uh I should hydrate because I just starting to cry. Um, I so if you've ever been hospitalized for something, you know, I know what what it was like. It's not a fun experience. Medical neglect um, is a real thing, and these hospitals, you have to be very careful with how they'll treat you, because they take away your rights, and if they decide that you are dangerous, no matter what, they will just do whatever they can to you know, escalate a situation at times, unnecessarily at times. Uh, they show that some hospitals just show very little care in patient care. Maybe because they're overstaffed, or maybe because I don't know, I don't know. The thing about it was that I didn't even stay at that hospital. They just did that to me and then shipped me off somewhere else. It was sort of like, what was the point of that? What was the point of mistreating me like that? I don't know. It was a horrible experience, and then I just got sent somewhere else. Because they didn't have beds for me. They didn't have a bed for me. They just abused me and then threw me away. And I think about that every so often. But that wasn't the only time that happened to me. That happened to me in Los Angeles too. And if my sister hadn't been there, I don't know how I would have gotten out of that situation. Because that was a pretty horrible situation too. They put me on drugs that hurt me really bad. And they were basically starving me. And because like they gave me food that was horrible, and they like cold beans, and I was like, this is not, I mean, who wants, it was not good food. It was just a plate of mixed beans. And was like, nobody in their right mind is going to eat this. And it was like, and then um they they wouldn't let me shower. I hadn't had a shower in a week. So I just was laying in my bed in my filth. Yeah, bad times. Bad times. Medical neglect. It's over now.